Deafness and Deafblindness, Society and History. Exhibition Panel 1 continued. Britain's economic performance declined in the late 1860s and mid-1880s. This downturn led to a shift whereby the respectable poor were seen as victims of a volatile economy, but the residuum, those seen as physically and morally degenerate, was responsible for their own deprivation and were undeserving of relief. From 1851, the list of physical impairment seems to have been growing, and there was an attempt to pick out sensory impairment in the census. It has been estimated that in 1861, approximately 6.7% of the total deaf population above the age of 15 was institutionalised in workhouses. By 1901, the estimated total had risen to 27%. The questions regarding impairment continued into the 1911 census, and it is assumed that they were used as a way to earmark individuals who could perhaps be made to become more productive, for instance, by means of education and skills training. During this period, there was a move towards incarcerating people who were different, supposedly as a way of improving them, but also as a way of removing them from public view. Difference was no longer commonplace, and it was becoming more comfortable for society to remove rather than view difference as a natural and normal human condition. Local authorities had been required to compile lists of blind people since 1920, and this remit was extended after the 1948 National Assistance Act to register deaf and physically impaired people. The Office of Population Censuses and Surveys also took on the role of establishing the extent of disability in the national population from the 1960s. Voices